What's good, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in to Monday Quarterback. I'm your host, Sarge. This week's edition, I got the BQFL Commissioner, Darren Lopez. We coming live from Lindsay Park, home of the BQFL. So it should be a good interview. I'm going to jump right into it. Thank you for coming out and having this interview. I appreciate it. Yesterday, another successful spring season in the book. Super Sunday was good. A good look yesterday.
Thank you.
Very good look. I went 4 for 4. The 4 teams I picked and my blowout won. So that's a good look for me. The guru, I know what I'm talking about. So we're going to jump right into this interview because I'm going to give my man the floor. He have a lot to say and a lot to explain. So we're going to jump right into it. First off, tell me what you think about the phrase TFL. What does TFL stand for you?
TFL for me, BQFL. I think we have our own brand and they push us out that way where it's just BQFL against everybody. TFL supposed to be everybody, but that's not what's happening though. And I heard those other shows or whatever, they talking TFL, and I don't feel like we're included in all of that. But that's just my opinion. And I can only speak on how I feel, but that's how I feel. When people start including us, then I'll say TFL is everybody. But right now, I don't really know what TFL is. That's your thing. Those people that brought out TFL. You know, I like for instance, I had a Chip Sunday yesterday. I gave Skip a shirt, but he said, no, I'm not wearing it because I got TFL on my chest. So you rep your brand, I guess, and I'll rep my brand.
I've never heard you talk bad about anybody league. If a team or organization come to your league and they feel the BQFL is not for them, do you advertise that you know there's other leagues they can join, like spread the love, so to speak, or whatever the case may be?
Well, I'm glad you said that because I feel like I spread the love regardless. I help every other league out. That's what I do. I don't need to be selfish and have this all to myself. Football out here is big, and I love that other leagues are out there, and people could go rep where they want to rep. Guys want to play 4 and out. Hey, great, play 4 and out football. We have, the first down field, but I never say, well, 4 and out is bad. I hear a lot of people saying, yo, those 8 downs and the whole first down thing isn't real football. I don't say anything. I don't go back and say, well, 4 and out is bad football. I'm in this thing for the love. And I spread love all the time. And people who do know me, the real people that I need for them to know me, know who I am. And everybody else that has opinions about me and saying otherwise, then so be it. That's their opinion. I think I got the right people on my side anyway.
What advice would you give anybody looking to start their own league? Like, what would be the upright, most honest advice? Being that you've been doing this for so long, over 10 years now. What advice would, if I wanted to start my own league what advice would you give me how to go about it?
Don't bash other leagues. Don't bash other leagues. Do good with what your product. Build your product. Don't go and try to knock down someone else's league to build your league. It's never gonna work that way. Real recognize real.
A lot of people looking to start new football leagues, and they feel if you give out a higher pot, more teams will come. My own personal opinion, I think if you build a quality brand and the competition is worth it, the money will always be there. A lot of people are trying to build it around the money. What would you say to that?
Well, history repeats itself all the time. Look at the other leagues who did those big pots. They don't exist no more. That money thing's temporary. Are you playing for the love or are you playing for money? Let's lay it out there. People have done, other leagues, I don't even want to mention them, other leagues have done big pots and they have not survived with those big pots. You go from 10 to 8 to 6 to 4 teams, next thing you know, there is no league. Remember, you're winning. Somebody's chasing that winner. Teams start combining to make one team. You'll go from 10 to 8 to 6 to 4. But I have my own method of doing things, and people have their own recipe. So I leave, I never hate on nobody. I'm just speaking off experiences. I learn from other people's mistakes. And that's how I run my league. With what I know how to do it and by other people's mistakes. So that question, that's answered, just with the history of the other leagues. That's answered.
Before you brought BQFL to Lindsay, there was EHS, there was one division.
ETS.
ETS.
With Mikey.
With Mikey. A lot of teams dropped out because they pretty much couldn't compete. You are the originator of A, B, C division. You started that to win. You gave every team an opportunity to compete, every team an opportunity to win, every team an opportunity to play against other teams up to their caliber. What would you say to individuals or people who bash what you have here that's going so good over 10 plus years strong with different divisions?
That's a part of the question you had asked me before, because Mikey had ETS, and once again, I don't hate on anyone. When I had my league, I wanted to combine it with Mikey to make something big. But greed always overtakes people, and you said that before when we had the guest book talk.
Right.
So that's what happens here with people. Stay in your lane. Ain't nobody bothering you. Nobody's talking bad about these other leagues. Stay in your lane. Let people do what they do. I've been around for 12 years. There's a reason for that. I just don't step on nobody's toes. I believe that there should be A, B's, and C's. I believe that people should play to their caliber. Why are we gonna mix up great teams with bad teams? People say, yo, but you gotta let them compete. Well, I don't think 52-0 is competing. I think that's being slaughtered. I'm feeding you to the slaughterhouse. I'm taking your money and giving it to the rich. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. I'm the Robin Hood of this football. That's how I feel. I treat everybody right. Everybody got a chance to win. From A's to B's to C's to C2s. Everybody gets their hands on some money.
Why do you think?
Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
Do you think it's a personal shot at your organization and what you do as far as downplaying the fact that you have divisions? And the reason I'm asking that question is because if you look at EHS, technically, Pam's league is a B league. That the structure that he follows is the same structure you follow. The 4 or maybe 5 A players that you can have to a
that
team.
I've done before in the past.
Right. So, do you think it's a personal shot at your organization?
Pams is a smart man. Pams does not co-sign none of that stuff. Pams a businessman. He knows that we're keeping this alive. So I don't have no problem with Pams. I might have problems with his followers, his worshipers, his zipper pullers, whatever you want to call it. Guys are really pulling zipper right now. Guys are really pulling zipper. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I'm being brutally honest.
You heard it here
right
first, Monday quarterback,
man.
man.
But that man,
zipper pullers.
that man, he's doing his thing. I ain't hating on him.
Shout out to Pams.
Shout out to Pams. Love you, boy. You know I'm here for you. You know I always help you. You need me, I'm there. But that's the truth. I think that just people should just let people do what they do and build your brand. Don't knock nobody else's brand. Build your brand. That's it.
Just to piggyback on it, TFL is supposed to stand for Tri-Borough Football League. So that includes every borough. So that means each one teach one, look out for the other man. Everybody spread, like you said, everybody spread love, not just the Brooklyn way, but spread love. In most cases, all the leagues usually give out around the same amount. Why do you think there's so much animosity? If it's 12, if you're giving out 12,000, he's giving out 12,000, someone else is giving out 12,000. That's an even playing field. It's even across the board. 12,000. Why do you think there's so much animosity towards certain teams coming to compete in each individual league for 12,000 or whatever the case may be? Why is there so much animosity? Like, okay, don't go play there, but come play here.
I don't know why people do that. I really honestly don't. The more money, the better it is for the teams. The more leagues that are out here, the better it is for the teams that want to compete. We all need to stick together. One owner gets burned, then you can't play in this league. Watch how watch how everybody's ass gets straightened out. You can't run. If we all together, you can't run. Progression can't be made if we separate forever. Tribe Called Quest, Q-Tip. Just saying. But it's the truth.
Good stuff.
It's the truth.
This is good
It's
stuff,
the truth. It's the truth. There's no lying about that. If we all stick together, this thing could blow and make it even bigger than what it is now. We wouldn't need corporate America to help us do this if we did it all together ourselves.
In your personal opinion right now, from what you've seen and from organizations that play here in the BQFL and throughout the city, which organization, in your own personal opinion, would you say right now runs the city and what we do, Rough Touch Football?
Well, right now, it was Carver. But right now, it's Super Friends and Hustlers. Those are the teams right there. So you guys are here in BQFL fall season. We want you here. We want all the top teams here. Please. You're hearing it from the commissioner. I don't want to hear nobody say you're not invited. Gano, you too, underrated. Come on, Gano.
Move up.
We want you here. We want you here. We want all the top teams here. And I don't know, people hear things from other people. We want all you good teams here. And that's it. Money's always right. You don't get 90% back here. You get 100% back here. 110%. Because you get all your money back, you get your trophies, you get your little barbecues, you get everything here. So people that, that go on their talk shows and they advertise, oh, we give back 90%. We give back 90%. I'll give 100%. What's up? Now what?
Shout out to the BQFL. That is true, 100%. Family-oriented trophies. You get your money's worth here in the BQFL no matter what division you play in. That's a fact. With that being said, you have an upcoming tournament for the 4th of July weekend.
Yes.
Do you think certain teams are afraid to come compete in Brooklyn? Or how's that going so far as the teams that you're inviting to come play?
Well, I had a list of 28 teams. I only have 7 teams secure. Well, now 8. Lions just told me, shout out to Bear. Lions said they're going to come and play in the tournament. So we have 8 now. So I don't know what happened to those 20 other teams. But they get the invite. And I'm going to just leave it at that. Whether they're scared or not, I don't know. But they did get invited. Turned it down. It's a tough weekend, 4th of July. I understand. But we'll come back to the drawing board and we'll give another date. Maybe a date before the season opener. So we can get 16 teams, and play for 16,000. You heard me. 16 teams, 16,000. All the money back. That's 100% give back.
100% give back.
So I don't know what you're doing with your. I don't know what you're doing with your other 10%, but I can tell you what I'm doing with my other 10% is going into the pot. How you like those apples?
This is blazing right here, man. This is blazing good stuff right here. Speaking of the team you just said that's in the tournament, the Lions. I have some breaking news.
That's a homegrown team, too.
That's a homegrown team. The Lions have been over here.
That's right.
Since the beginning of the BQFL,
Yes,
one of the original teams. When I joined the BQFL, the Lions joined as well. We both came from ETS and went to BQFL Darren's League. Speaking of that, I have breaking news regarding that. I don't know, Commissioner, if you knew, but I've been sitting on this for 2 weeks. Super Friends, as you said, is one of the teams that you, in your personal opinion, that's running the city.
Yeah, they're up there.
This originated from my show 2 weeks ago. Mo from the Lions have signed with the Super Friends.
Wow. Okay.
He's playing with the Super Friends.
I guess there might not be a Lions. Maybe Bear doesn't know that. I don't know.
We know, from my understanding, he do know, because I had to sit on it an extra week.
Wow, that's news.
Until he found out. So we know that for those out there, Mo is like part of the heart and soul of the Lions, the Rays.
That's the heart.
He's now
That
a
is the heart of the team. I don't know if they're going to go on without him. We'll see. We'll see.
How do you see, me personally, with that addition to what the Super Friends already have? Like, I've spoken to upper management with the Super Friends, and what I said to them was, they have an opportunity right now they have a goal set that there's still certain tournaments they want to win.
Right, correct.
One
I've
of the
heard
tournaments
that.
they want to win is City Island.
Yes.
And I explained to upper management that if you win City Island, if your organization is able to win City Island in the upcoming season, they have the opportunity to pretty much pick and choose what money they want to go after. Because now
Right.
you become more of a household name. You run the city. So where you go, the competition is going to go the same way it did when Carver ran the city. So now it's like a changing of the guard. I think, in my personal opinion, Mo signing with the Super Friends gives them that edge over the gate, whichever way they go. Dion has nothing but toys now. It's like a kid in a candy store.
That's
He can
true.
pick and choose where he want to go.
That is
That's just
true.
my personal opinion. Congratulations once again to Super Friends yesterday. Back
Yes,
to back
congrats.
to back. And
Good
the
job,
BPFL.
Jack, Tone. Good job.
The B division, the Browns. Congratulations to Londy. Haven't been to a championship game since 2002, and he got the MVP.
Right. And that's a real chip, guys.
That's
It's a
a
B
real
chip.
chip.
It's a real chip.
But as they say in the TFL world, chips are chips, so you can't take it from them.
They beat a good team, AFC UD.
That was they beat a good
They
team.
beat a team that played in the A division and other leagues. They
Exactly.
beat a team that played against Carver in the Super Street Bowl. Maybe
Exactly.
not the same team with the same quarterback. Pretty
Some
much
of the same pieces. Some of the same pieces.
Let's give them their respect.
C2, congratulations to the heavy hitters. The game got stopped due to technical. Team was fighting against each other. That shouldn't have happened 8:30 in the morning.
Right,
We move
correct.
on from that. We'll correct that, make sure that don't happen going forward. That shouldn't happen in any league whatsoever. Fighting is non-negotiable because we out here to get away from the real world Monday through Friday, so we look forward to Saturday and Sunday.
No
Fighting
excuses
should-
for throwing punches.
There's
There
kids
is-
out there, that should never happen. But again, congratulations to the heavy hitters. They played a wonderful game. The
First
game plan
chip.
was on point.
One of the
Their
first four
chip.
teams in this league.
Exactly.
One of the first four teams in this league. I
A
only
very-
have 4 teams starting. And they played and they didn't win, and they finally got that win. Happy for you guys.
Very, very, very big shout out to Grind Time. They've been over here for a while now.
Good guys.
Good guys, stand up.
Good guys.
They were dealing with a situation where one of their teammates got shot the night before. They still came out, competed. My prediction last week's show was they was going to win in a blowout, and they did. If I'm not mistaken, the score was 29-6.
Yes, it was.
Shout out to Parrish. Wish him the best of recovery. Shout out to Grind Time.
Get well, Paris.
Congratulations.
Get well.
Get well soon. Grind Time won. How many chips is that for them?
I think it was 5.
5. Are there any possibilities going forward of making Grind Time and household B team, or do they still get to come back in the C division? I mean, that's your decision. You're the commissioner.
That's tough, man. I really like them in the C division. I like what I have in the C division because it's competitive. And we have about a good solid 6 teams in there. So it's not like, I mean, they win, don't get me wrong. But I want to see somebody beat them. Like, I want to see somebody compete against them and take their throne before I get them out of there. Like, I think they deserve that. They're a bunch of good guys. They don't give no trouble. They got new players from Violators, so they stepped into the B and lost in the first round, by the way. Somebody said they went far in the B. And one of those interviews or little live shows that they do now, I don't know which one. It was either Skips or Maine, but they didn't go far. They went into the first round. So with those pieces, I think they can build and maybe make a run in the B. But I don't think it's fair that everybody keeps saying we should throw them into the A division. Not for nothing, if they wouldn't have won here, I know they won, I think, a chip or 2 in Randall's, but they never had a name. So by us having these A, B, C, and C2 divisions, it gives these teams a chance to develop and build up their reputation. Who's Grind Time? We wouldn't have known. Now everybody's like, oh, Grind Time won 5 times. Good for them. Good for them. Those are the organizations that are big now. They won 49 chips, Carver. Whatever it was. Let these boys get their composure. Let them like build up like where they can get into these close games and battle out. You know, that's why we have those lower divisions for.